So we're so grateful that you all made it today. I hope you found something that inspired you. I hope you'll, if you're not taking actions yet, I hope you found a niche that you can fit into. If you still have ideas, please talk to one of us. We're going to be here for, as long as cleanup takes. If you're still not sure what to do, or you know people who are not sure, there are actually recommendations for you. In recommendation 38 and 39 in the climate report, there's actually a menu of actions that individuals can take. That means your household. There's actions that businesses can take. There's resources for you to find out how to do that. And I will say, just from my own personal experience, I didn't start doing organizing and activism until I started changing a few things in my own life. And I found that to be so motivating. You know, the first couple of things you do and you know you've made a difference, it motivates you. And I found that to be hopeful, just like Davin indicated. And then I started talking to people about some of the things I were doing, and lo and behold, the people in my circle were influenced. I didn't realize I had so much influence. You know, I'm just a person. But the people in my circle started doing things. I know 8 people who have purchased EVs simply because I got one and I talked about it with enthusiasm and how much I liked it. And the same thing with solar panels and some of the insulation in my home, and the fact that we're totally changing our landscape on North Market Street. I mean, neighbors come by to ask about it. They probably want to know why we're not mowing it. But I think you'll find that when you start small, it's motivating. You'll build, you'll find like-minded people, you'll join, and you'll become influencers. And we're going to need a lot of that. Please don't be shy. This is not the time to think that you're just a small person. You are not. We are all necessary in this work. And finally, I think we've decided as an organization that the government is a partner. And government makes up about 30% of our greenhouse gas emissions nationally, and households and businesses make up 70%. So if we don't find a way to engage as a community, we can want all we want, but we won't make it happen. We're going to have to get active and learn and partner and move this along. So it takes all of us. Thank you for being here. And Karen's got a few closing comments, too.
Thank you, Barb. So I want to do a whole bunch of thank yous again, starting with Hood College for helping us to organize this, making these venues available for us, the presenters, all of the technical support, catering support. I mean, it's an endless sort of list, so we really appreciate that, and we look forward to, if they'll have us back, we look forward to coming back again in many future years to keep this going. I also want to thank our sponsors again, Grid Kicker, First Energy, Green Energy 360, ZA&D, Lunch Out of Landfills, Total Comfort, Neighborhood Sun, Pella, and Summer Creek Farm. Again, you know, all of that help is what allows us to do these things, so we look forward to continuing to partner with them as well. And then I have to thank Lisa Orr again, who's behind me, who you've seen all day long keeping all of these slides going. She was also the primary, well, actually the coordinator for the entire exhibitor space, and accidentally was the coordinator for a lot of sponsorships as well. So she's been just a super volunteer these last couple of months taking care of this. Thanks to the programs committee for keeping this going, because we kind of started in the winter, not quite sure what we were going to do here, but we figured it out. So thanks to all of that group for keeping this going as well. And then I think, I have one more thank you that we didn't manage to get into the program, and that is Patrice Gallagher from Gallagher Designs. She's been busy. She's helping us kind of grow up, and, we've got a logo now and a brand, and now she's been working night and day getting ready for this conference, so we really appreciate all of her help. And then I think the last thing for me, I just want to say, until a couple of years ago, I really wasn't doing any volunteering in Frederick. I was still commuting way down the road, and I didn't have any time. And then, with the pandemic, I had some more time to be at home. So I just happened to answer an ad somewhere. I can't remember if it was the Frederick News Post or on Facebook for volunteers to help write this climate report. I had no idea what that was going to mean. And here we are. A lot has happened in a couple of years. So I think that's really all thanks to Barb and Kevin for getting that CEMWG process rolling, and the rest of the volunteers with Mobilize Frederick. Hopefully within another few weeks here, we'll have our final IRS approval, and we'll be fully certified as a nonprofit. So it's meant a great deal to me. To Davin's point, climate change has now gone from just being this horribly depressing cloud over my head to like something that we can actually work on, and that we can do things about. So I really encourage everyone to kind of stay in the game and help us to keep things moving in the right direction. So.
And thank you, Karen.
Oh. Now I'm embarrassed and you can go home, so thank you. Thanks again for coming out on such a beautiful day.
See you next year.